Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath. Plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. Night never lukewarm. Shit, I blaze in any season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now they walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat, so better bear with us. I'm back off. I be ripping shit like sex.
When we greet our sisters, family, we greet each other for
no room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, it's the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No right, me no head, and I ain't leaving this body, just live and sleep and hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't tripping my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit, I be thinking, watching my daughters up in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the 10 leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies I speak, tried everything. I guess me, I harm the head to me. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day and day. Lie with a man, they better bring in blood and bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This clock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous ready. Loyal to the king. I want this straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devil say hey, but bitch I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot like the bitch say loyal to the king. Until the righteous ready. Loyal to the king. I want this straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devil say hey, but bitch I'm loyal
trying to make it
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on. I can't really do shit without the camera. I can't believe they did it. Life for Yahweh Shah, Mashiach, and Christ, and for
While little known in modern times, one of the most important ancient deities for us to recognize and contemplate is the Roman god known as Janus. This deity is most distinguished by having two faces, thus often referred to as Janus Geminus. Sometimes both faces are bearded older men, but often he is depicted as having one bearded older face, looking to the past, and a clean-shaven face of youth looking toward the future. In some depictions, he even has one face of a man and the other of a woman, signifying the unity and duality of male and female essences in each of us. In some depictions, he even contains four heads, looking in each cardinal direction. He was known as the god of beginnings and transitions, and thus all manner of doorways, passages, portals, entrances, gateways, and the elements of change, movement, and time. It was essential to honor Janus at the start of every endeavor, from calendar dates to spring plantings, military actions, marriages, and each new dawn. He was the first god to be invoked before all others to help during all manner of rituals, rites, and prayers. He was the god of liminal spaces, guardian of transitions from youth to adulthood, barbarity to civilization, countryside to city, outer space to inner space. From Janus is where we get the word January, for it became the first month of the calendar. Janus was highly honored on New Year's Day, but also at the beginning of each day, each month, and several other special dates throughout the year. Our modern concept of the old man of the past year and the new baby of the coming year likely comes from Janus's two faces. The word janitor also comes from Janus, for he was the custodian of all entrances and thresholds. Janitor was originally a term used for a doorman or porter, and later adopted to include many other services. There are also certain rites and rituals that were performed with Janus in order to cleanse soldiers when they returned home from battle to reintegrate them into society. The Emperor Numa Pompilius, ruler from 715 to 673 BCE, built a giant temple in Rome called the Janus Geminus, with large archways that served as a passageway and was used ritually. In times of peace, the doors were closed to keep war contained within, and in times of war, it was open to welcome its soldiers back home. The Roman Empire was usually at war, and thus the doors were rarely ever closed, other than during 43 of Numa's peaceful reign and during a ban on the ancient rites after 390 CE. Janus is very much associated with money, coins, and financial enterprises. The first coin of the Roman pound liberal series bears the two faces of Janus, and thus, in modern times, is mostly known for the Janus coins. Two other important symbols for Janus are the rod, a staff or scepter, and keys. The keys were not only symbols for unlocking doors, as he was the god of passages, but to unlock the secrets of the universal mysteries. And it was through him that one was initiated into the various mystery cults. Mysteries, the other silver for the first king of the Latium before Roman, who perhaps was a very wise ruler, who, like many other historical figures, was transformed into a deity after his death. It was possibly under King Janus that coins were first produced, and thus the monetary connection. Two-faced deities exist in many other cultures around the world, most notably in Sumerian and African, so it is possible there is a connection between Janus and many other religious beliefs. Janus may be connected to the Etruscan deity Anu, where the English words annual and anus are derived. After all, in the temple of the human body, the mouth and anus are like two portals that point in different directions. Which is the entrance and exit depends on how you use it. Janus is also connected with the Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail, and a symbol of the cycle of life and death, new beginnings and rebirth. What Western culture fails to recognize is that the Latin language and most modern European languages have origins in Sanskrit from India. Much of the wealth in Roman Empire was used to purchase goods from India. It is also possible that Janus is connected to the Hindu god Ganesh, who is the guardian of gates, and invoked before other gods as the remover of obstacles. Regardless of the origins of Janus, he is a fascinating deity to contemplate in modern times, particularly during the new year, and definitely as we transition from 2012 into 2013. Janus is the god of the rebegin. In spite of all the misinformation about the end of the world, which didn't happen with the end of the Mayan calendar, what did happen is the Mayans calculated the rotation of our galaxy, and based on the alignment of the Earth, the Sun, and the center of the Milky Way. To them, the Sun was recently aligned inside the dark center, or birth canal of the Milky Way, and thus we have only just started a time of rebirth and renewal, a liminal space between physical, philosophical, and metaphysical eras that will span for many more years. So embrace the concepts of Janus Geminus as we enter a new era full of possibility.
Hey, Shalom Lord Christ is real. Shalom Yahweh. This is the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, under Commandant General Yohana. And tonight we got a heavy class, right? We're going to talk about New Year's, Janus, and what New Year's is. And from the video we just watched, we see that Janus is the god or the deity of doorways, keys, and new beginnings and ends and stuff like that. So when you are celebrating the New Year in January, really that's what you are doing. You are celebrating. You're celebrating a whole nother deity outside of the Most High. All right. Now with New Year's, what all comes with New Year's? Like what do people talk about when New Year's comes around?
Salaki, sir, if I may, they talk about getting up with somebody they just met.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about getting drunk.
Getting drunk.
Talk about making a New Year's resolution.
Them resolutions that they end up breaking after 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. So we talk about these new resolutions. Let's leave that in 2021 and bring something new into 2020. This gonna be my year. This my year right here. You know what I'm saying? All this nonsense. And really, what you're celebrating is Janus, because the new year it's dead of winter. You know what I'm saying? Everything, plants and trees and leaves and grass, everything's dead. It's like the middle of a dead season. But of course, the devil that the Bible speaks of has tricked us once again. You understand? Give me Proverbs 3:31. Let's start there. Proverbs 3:31. Because what we have to understand as a people, as we've been lied to our entire life. We've been lied to about everything. From the times of the years, the days of the years, to Christianity, to Christ being immaculately conceived, and all this. We've been lied to about everything. You know what I'm saying? Multiple wives and monogamy. We've been lied to about everything under the sun. You understand? Who we are as a people. We Africans or Negroes or this or that or whatever. We've been just completely been lied to our entire life. You understand? And what we had to do, we had to wake up and realize this. That we've been lied to, that this oppressor is not trying to benefit us. It's not trying to help us out. It's not trying to tell us who we are. We have to understand this as a people. You get me? And we have to realize this, and we have to know this. You understand? Whenever you get there, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
It's saying envy your oppressor. Want to do everything your oppressor does.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy not that oppressor. So that person that's been oppressing us for the last 600 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Anything that devil wants to do or says is good to do, they don't even do it. If the oppressor tell you to you know what I'm saying, that standing on one leg and hopping up and down is good, you better sit your ass down.
That's
right.
Salakia.
You know what I'm saying? You just do the opposite of anything that this oppressor wants to tell you. It says envy not that oppressor. Go ahead.
God. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose everything that he does. Want to do everything that he does.
Choose none of his ways.
Man, choose. I mean, there's one or two things we could do that won't do nothing wrong. There's one or two things, right?
And choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways. That means nothing, nada. Don't choose not one thing that oppressor does. You better want to do the complete opposite.
That's right.
You understand me? If he, you know what I'm saying, if he telling you that you know what I'm saying, that eating meat is good for protein, well, you better go get you some peanuts. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You better go get something else to fill yourself up with protein, because you don't want nothing or do nothing that or envy nothing that oppressor does. You understand me? Now go to Daniel 7:25, because again, what like I've been saying from the beginning, we've been lied to our entire life. You understand? Everything that we've been told has been a lie. Now, ask yourself this question and just ponder on it for a little while. Who would make a brand new year, something that's brand new life, in the middle of a dead season? You understand? Like, just make that make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, just try to make that make sense. Who would start? Who in their right mind will go outside today and plant some seeds and then expect a tree to grow?
That's right.
Or expect their crops to grow? No, nobody's gonna go outside in December and plant seeds and hope that they seeds grow by the springtime. Because they're not gonna grow. It's just nothing. Everything is dead outside.
That's
the
right.
trees falling, the leaves falling off the trees. Everything is dead. Everything. Grass ain't even growing. You ain't even gotta go outside and mow your lawn because the grass ain't growing right now.
Right.
You understand? So it's a dead season. Who in their right mind will put brand new life in a dead season?
Right.
When you get to Daniel, go ahead.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 21.
Go ahead.
I beheld.
25. Go to 25. 7 and 25.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
He shall speak great words against the Most High. Who on this planet has done this, spoken great words against the Most High? So the Most High tell you celebrate Passover. Who tells you to go celebrate Christmas?
So like it said, if I may, the devil that the Bible speaks of.
You damn right. You damn right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly. You know what I'm saying? The Most High says don't eat pork. But who tells you it's okay to go eat pork? Matter of fact, pork is one of the cheapest meats out there on the market. So you know what I'm saying? Like who turned the truth of God into who? Now he said he shall speak great words against the Most High. Go ahead.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And it shall wear out the saints of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And we've been wore out the last 600 years, 600 plus years. We've been oppressed, beat down, knee on a goddamn neck. You know what I'm saying? Shot in the back. Police plant drugs on you and trump up charges on you and this and everything else. We've been beat down as a people. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's masculine is toxic, and you can't be a man no goddamn more. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's toxic just to be a goddamn man now. You understand? We've been beat down to the goddamn ground. Go ahead. Read that again from the top.
Verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High. They sure have wore us out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They wore us out. We've been beat down so disgustingly by this devil that you know what I'm saying. We lost our heritage, we lost our identities, we lost our names, we lost our languages, we lost everything about us. And it's been given to a whole nother people.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And to think to change times and laws.
Think to change the times and the laws. You know what I'm saying? If we not following the laws of the Most High, then as a consequence of that is inequity. So the Most High is going to punish us for not following them laws. Right. You understand? And this devil has changed them laws. Has told us them laws have been done away with. We no longer have to do them laws. We saved by grace. Right. We no longer have to do that. Go ahead.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
And that's what we've been given over to this oppressor because of our disobedience. You understand? And the oppressor knows if we disobey the Most High, then the Most High will not be with us.
That's right.
You understand? So that's how they keep us living in this sin, telling us to celebrate Christmas, telling us that New Year's is in January, in the middle of a dead season. You understand? Tell us to celebrate Thanksgiving, the slaughtering of our brothers and sisters. 77 to 100 million Native Americans slaughtered, killed, enslaved, and enslaved even more. You understand? And this is, we've been beat down by this oppressor. They beat us down, and then on top of that, we still got the knees on our goddamn neck. We still get shot in the back. You know what I'm saying? We still our neighborhoods are still over policed. You know what I'm saying? Eric Garner got killed for selling loose cigarettes, and every Arab store sells loose cigarettes.
Right.
You feel me? Am I wrong? Every Arab store sells loose cigarettes. But they killed Eric Garner for selling loose cigarettes.
Right.
We've been beat down in this kingdom. We've been beat down by this oppressor. Go to Romans 1 and 25. We'll start at 25. Romans 1 and 25. Because again, we have to understand as a people that this oppressor does not love you. This oppressor does not give a damn about you. You understand?
That's right.
This oppressor does not care nothing about you. Doesn't give a damn about you, your people, anything you're going through, but will still continue to have their knee on your neck.
That's right.
Whenever you get there, go ahead.
Romans chapter 1 verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of God into a goddamn lie? And that right there is why we call the oppressor the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Because again, a devil is not the big red scary monster that with the horns and the pitchfork that lives underground, and you go to him when you die. That's not who the devil is.
Right.
A devil just means deceiver,
That's
a liar, somebody that deceives, a liar. And who is the biggest liar on this planet? Who took the image of Christ and made him look like a pale-faced homosexual?
Right.
Who took all the law, all the high holy days that the Most High gave us and replaced them with all these pagan traditions and holidays, and slapped Jesus, white Jesus on it, and said, "Hey, now this is Christianity. This is of God." Who took the truth of God and turned it into a lie? Go ahead.
The Creator, Salaki, sir, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator.
And that's exactly what we serve these goddamn devils more than we serve the Most High God, who we supposed to be serving. If you call yourself a Christian is a follower of Christ.
Right.
So how can you be a follower of Christ if you do nothing that Christ did?
Right.
It just makes no sense whatsoever. You understand? Go ahead.
And serve the creature more than the Creator.
And that's what we do. We serve the creature. We serve the creature heritage, holidays, everything. We want to do everything that the filthy, stinking oppressor want to do. Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever. Amen.
Now skip down to 28.
Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do these things which are not convenient.
He gave us over to a reprobate mind to do things which are not covenant, which are not of the Most High, and that's celebrating these disgusting, filthy holidays
right.
that this oppressor has gave us to celebrate. Keep going.
Being filled with all unrighteousness.
Everything about these days is unrighteous. Go ahead.
Fornication.
Go ahead.
Wickedness. Covetousness. Maliciousness. Full of envy.
And that's what we are, so full of envy for this oppressor. We want to be just like it and do everything that this oppressor does.
Right.
And ignorantly not knowing that the oppressor took everything from us, from us, took everything from you, took everything from blacks and Hispanics.
That's right.
The only thing that the white man has created was the patent office. That's it. You know what I'm saying? A black woman put the white man on the moon. A black man created the air conditioner,
right.
the wrench, the refrigerator, all these things. All these things come from a black man. With the mathematical numbers and stuff, the black woman put the white man on the moon.
Right.
You feel me? So while we sitting here wanting to envy the oppressor and do everything that the oppressor does, we are the salt of the earth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be us. They want to be like us.
That's right.
They out there taking melanin shots. You know what I'm saying? Getting Brazilian butt lifts and, you know what I'm saying, putting that shit all in their mouths to get full of lips. You understand? You know what I'm saying? They want to be us.
Right.
But we for some reason want to be and do what they do. When they want to do it and copy everything we do. Because we the salt of the earth.
That's right.
Keep going.
Kanawakan. Murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers. Verse 30. Backbiters, haters of Yahweh.
Haters of God, haters of Yahweh. You understand me? Every time you celebrate one of these stinking ass or Salaki, one of these stinking filthy holidays such as Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and Valentine's Day, birthdays, you know what I'm saying? All this. When you want to celebrate all this, you really hate the Most High. You hate the Most High God.
Right.
You hate Yahweh Shai when you celebrate these days, and you telling him you hate him.
That's right.
What one of the laws? No idolatry. You know what I'm saying? We know you serving a whole nother God when you celebrate Christmas. You selling a whole nother God when you celebrate Thanksgiving. You celebrating a whole nother God with New Year's. You understand me? So you hate the Most High God. Keep going.
That's right. Khan. Despiteful. Proud.
And you proud with your hate for the Most High. You proud with that hate.
Right.
You understand me? That hate is prideful.
Right.
You understand? The Most High sent them tornadoes through western Kentucky, destroyed everything, right?
Right.
They was all couldn't wait to celebrate Christmas yesterday. You hate the Most High. You hate God. You hate God. You understand me? And it's so much pride in that hate.
Right.
There's so much pride in that hate that you have for the Most High. But you swearing down, you love God.
Right.
You love God. Oh, I love Jesus. I love God. No, you don't, because you're doing the opposite of what He told you to do.
That's right.
Keep going.
Kanawakan. Boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents. Verse 31. Without understanding.
And we definitely have no understanding. No understanding whatsoever. Go ahead.
Kanawakan. Covenant breakers.
Covenant breakers. We break every law.
Right.
Proudly breaking every law. Go ahead.
That's right. Kanawakan. Without natural affection. Implacable, unmerciful.
And we have no mercy for our own people now.
Right.
Like we don't even have mercy for our own people. You know what I'm saying? Like last week I said celebrating Christmas is another oppression on top of the knee we got on our neck. And everybody in Western Kentucky learned that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? It was an oppression trying to do these things that to show that you just hate God because you do these things. You understand? That's all that shows. Keep going.
Kanawakan. Verse 32. Who knowing the judgment of Yahweh, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
You know what I'm saying? Now, whenever you follow what the Most High tells you to do, you're full of life. You understand? Now, whenever you don't do what the Most High tells you to do, then you're death. You're full of death. You're dead inside.
That's
you
right.
Understand? Go to Galatians 4 and start at verse 8. Because again, what we're showing you here is that all of these celebrating these holidays that this devil has given you to celebrate is just showing that you hate the Most High.
That's right.
That's all it does. It shows that you hate yourself, your people, and the Most High.
That's right.
Whenever you get there, go ahead.
Kanawakan. Galatians chapter 4, verse 8. Howbeit then, when ye knew not Yahweh, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods.
Well, see, whenever we didn't even know that the Most High, whenever we didn't know God, But we did service unto these other nations, and
Right.
these other nations are not gods. They're not gods whatsoever. Go ahead.
That's right. Kind of kind. Verse 9. But now, after that, ye have known Yahweh, or rather, are known of Yahweh.
See after that, see when the Most High came and got us out of Egypt and destroyed the Egyptians, you know what I'm saying? We knew that the Most High was for us. We knew the Most High was with us. You understand? Go ahead.
Kind. How turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements?
Now, since the Most High came and got us out of Egypt, took us out of that bondage, destroyed that whole nation, for the iniquities, the sins that they committed against us.
That's right.
So now we know that the Most High is with us. Why would we want? Why do we again turn back to following these non-gods, these devils, these other heathens? Why would we want to do that? Go ahead.
Kind. Whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage.
We desire to be in bondage. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all that happens behind us. We're in bondage. And celebrating these days and all that keeps us in bondage. Keeps us in bondage. Go ahead.
Kind. Verse 10. Ye observe days and months and times and years.
See, we've never observed days and times and months and years. We've never done that. Hell, we always late for work. We ain't never even on time to go to work. You understand? It wasn't a day went by I was on time for work. Yeah, I'm at least 5-10 minutes late every day.
Right.
Every day. I'm not kidding. You know, and I even try to be on time. It just never happens. You know what I'm saying? I may even try to be there on time, but it just never happens. I'm still always at least 5-10 minutes late. It don't matter. It don't matter where I work at. It's always like that. I could be right down the street, literally, and I'm still 10 minutes late for some. It just happens that way. It's just what it happens that way. Whenever you call a brother up and they're like, oh yeah, I'll be there in a minute. That minute could be, you know what I'm saying? It's never 60 seconds. Right. That minute has never been 60 seconds. If it's anything less than an hour and a half, hey, you was lucky on that. You know what I'm saying? Because usually that made me about 2, almost 3 hours. I'll be there in a minute. That minute could damn near be 4-5 hours later. You never know, because we've never just really been worried about time. You know what I'm saying? Another law is don't be looking into the stars for signs in the stars. We don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Be not dismayed by the signs in heaven. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do. We don't do things. We've never cared about time.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We say it's been a long time. That long time could be anywhere from, you know what I'm saying, 6 hours to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? That could be a long time. That's a long time. I mean, shit, that lasted forever. You know, that forever could be damn near 10 years. It's like, it could be like 10 years when you talking to a brother. Every day, that was a long time. Yeah, a long time about, you know, man, 10 years. That was, shit. It's a whole decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a decade. Right. That's a decade. 10 years is a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that is a long time. But what my point is, we've never just been so worried about time and days and years and stuff like that. Right. We've never cared about that. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm late for work every goddamn day. Every day I'm late for work. Like, I'm not even joking. Every day is somewhere I'm late for work. But yeah, that's you know what I'm saying about and then you know what I'm saying that Janus and all that the two-sided head and look homosexual, talking about the beginning and the end. Your mouth is the beginning. Your anus is the end. Like, what the? That just sounds gay as hell to me. You know what I'm saying? But most of them are gay guys anyway. They're gay anyway. You know, there's always something gay with them. Now what we need to do, we need to find out when is an actual New Year. When is the actual New Year? When is a New Year supposed to be? When did the Most High tell us New Year was? Give me Exodus 12 and start at 1. Exodus 12 and 1. So what we're gonna do now is figure out when the new year is, cause we know I mean just common sense isn't always so common. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
common sense isn't so common. So um, it should be common sense that that you would know that a new year doesn't begin in the middle of a dead season. You know what I'm saying? If you looking at the seasons, you have, you know what I'm saying, the fall, the spring, the summer, and then the winter. You know what I'm saying? Them is all different stages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, for a new year to begin in the middle of a dead stage, it just makes no sense whatsoever. Just makes entirely no sense. Whenever you get there, go ahead.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Now, this is after Moses led us out of Egypt. You understand? So if this would be considered the first month and the beginning of months and the first month of the year to us, then it would be a new year would be closer to around Passover, because that's what we celebrate during that time when we left out of going from Egypt into the new land. We celebrated the Passover. You understand? So that would be closer to a time of Passover. And Passover is in the spring. You understand? When actual new life begins in the springtime.
That's right.
That's when you get new life, new spring of life. New life springs up. You understand? Give me let's further prove that. Give me Deuteronomy 16 and start at 1. Deuteronomy 16 and start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover.
Observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover. Go ahead.
Unto Yahweh Salaki, sir. Unto Yahweh. For in the month of Abib, for Yahweh brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
So, like I just said, in the first month, cause Passover is what, the first month, and then like the 15th or 16th day, something like that. I mean, it's like the 15th day of the first month is when Passover is. So right here, when the Most High is saying, for in the first month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Now, I don't care where you are at. If it's cold outside and it's wintertime, you know what I'm saying? You're not going nowhere at nighttime. You're not going nowhere at nighttime because it's gonna be cold as shit. So like it's gonna be just cold as can be. So you're not gonna want to travel at nighttime.
That's right.
You understand me? So in the month of Abib, it had to be, and if you're leaving at nighttime, it had to be a warmer month. And when does it start to warm up? In the spring. Springtime is when it starts to warm up. Keep going.
Verse 2. Thou shalt therefore sacrifice the Passover unto Yahweh of the flock and the herd in the place where Yahweh shall choose to place his name there.
Keep going. What this is getting into is the celebration of Passover. You understand? And if the first month of the year is Abib and we keep Passover in that month, the 15th day of that month, then it's closer to the springtime when new life begins. Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 3. Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread. Therewith even the bread of affliction.
Read down to 5.
For thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that thou mayest remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of thy life. Verse 4, and there shall be no leavened bread seen with thee in all thy coasts 7 days, neither shall there be anything of the flesh which thou sacrificest the first day at even. Remain all night until the morning. Verse 5, thou mayest not sacrifice the Passover within any of thy gates which Yahweh giveth thee.
You understand? So the new year is around is the first month, and on the first month, the 15th day, we celebrate Passover. You understand? So the new year is not until the begin around the end of March, beginning of April. You understand? And what I did was I just put in my little Google machine a bill, and this is what comes up. From Hebrew, aviv, literally ears of barley. Hence, the season of beginning barley crop, because the grain starts ripening at the time of the year. Aviv, the first month of the Jewish ecclesiastical year, corresponding nearly to the Georgian April. After the Babylonian captivity, this month was called Nisan. You understand? So what that's telling us is that that's let me see if I can find the month. Show the month. It's from right around the end of March, like the last couple weeks of March, and the beginning of April is when Abib, or the month Nisan, after the Babylonian captivity, was called Nisan. That's at the end of March, at the beginning of April is when a new year begins. And how do we know this is when the new year begins? Because when we look outside, we'll see a whole bunch of trees starting to blossom, and the flowers starting to blossom and grow. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we'll know when an actual new year begins. Okay. Give me Romans 12 and 12. Romans 12 and 12. After you find this, go ahead and find the security announcements too. Romans, what I say, 12 and 12?
Romans chapter 12, verse 12.
Hold on 1 second. Romans, go to 12 and 2, Salakia. Matter of fact, start at 1.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy,
Now that word holy only means separate. It means separate. Holy means separate. Go ahead.
A living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service.
That's a reasonable service. That's just what we're supposed to do as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We should want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Just because that's a reasonable service. We was taken by the hand out of Egypt, out of bondage, and given a new land. and we keep messing that up because we want to follow all these other nations and want to follow what the oppressor is doing, and the oppressor knows how to keep us at the bottom. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Be conformed to the world.
And be not conformed to this world.
Do what everything everybody in the world does.
And be not conformed to this world.
Man, we can do what the white man do.
And be not conformed to this world.
So you telling me we can't go and do what them Asians and them Japanese and all them Arabs be doing? We can't go eat bats with the Chinese people?
And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed to this world. That means don't be so willing to. If the whole world go and jump off, I tell my daughter this all the time. If everybody in your class go and jump off a bridge, is you going to jump with them?
Right.
So let be not conformed to this world. So let the world jump off the goddamn bridge by themselves.
That's right.
You don't jump off the bridge though. You don't do what the world do. Go ahead.
Kind. And be ye transformed.
Be ye transformed. Go ahead.
By the renewing of your mind.
By the renewing of your mind. That means throw all that bullshit you think you know or that you've been taught, throw all that shit out the window because you have to get taught again. We have to relearn and we have to be taught again. Go
That's
ahead.
Right. That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
That you may be able to prove. After the word mean prove. You have to be able to show what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take all these pagan customs and traditions, slap Jesus' name on it, and say now it's of God. It doesn't work that way.
That's right.
You can't prove that in the Bible. You can't show. See the Bible say New Year's is a beer, which is the end of March, beginning of April, around Passover time. Passover is what, April 15th?
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's right around Passover time, when new life is born, when new life is created, when the trees start growing the leaves, when the flowers start budding and you start seeing them blossom. That's when a new year begins. Ain't no new year in the middle of a dead season when it's cold outside,
right.
snowing. I talked to Officer Tarop earlier. He said they got like 2.5 inches of snow. So you telling me it's supposed to be a new year with snow on the ground? Next week we supposed to get some snow. Next week we supposed to have snow, and next week is the 1st. So you telling me on the 1st of a new year we supposed to get snow? No. Read that again from verse 2 from the top.
Romans 12 verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed unto this world. Go ahead.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Be ye transformed. Renew your mind. Do something different. Do something other besides what this oppressor is doing. Renew your mind. Throw all that old shit you think you know, all that salakia. Throw all that stuff, all them lies and BS that they taught you. Throw that all out the window. Because it's all garbage. Every bit of it is garbage. Go ahead.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh.
Now you see how I went into this book, the Bible. What are we reading from?
So like you said, if I may, we reading this from the King James 1611 version.
The Bible. We're reading from the Bible. So in order to show what is acceptable and perfect and holy to God, you have to go in this book and show it.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I went into the book to show you when the New Year was. New Year is the month of Abib, which when new life starts, which would be March, the end of March, beginning of April. You know what I'm saying? When you celebrate a Thanksgiving when you celebrate a New Year's in the middle of a dead season, you're really serving the god Janus,
right?
Which is what you're doing. You're not celebrating a new. It's not a New Year. This is not New Year. You understand?
That's right.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass the class over to Trooper Zabak with the security announcements.
ISUPK ISUPK started out at 125th Street, Harlem, 1 West, 1969, under Commanding General Janus. ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a peculiar person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3, 8 through verse 10, means tenth in Hebrew. Be'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase Yahweh gives you, give to general, Mayake Allah, or teacher. Priest funds, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like.
The Passover, April 15th.
And ISUPK Passover, April 15th, 2022, in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Barakathon. Class dismissed.